What's going on, guys? Just woke up Saturday morning here in Melbourne, Australia. Big night last night, was going over the charts till late with the GJ trades. Looking at a setup on gold, didn't end up happening in the end. And then a GBP AUD trade, which is still currently open. So that'll be open over the weekend. Just sitting around about break even right now. But overall, decent week in the markets, bit slow. On GJ, if you go to GJ on the higher time frames, say like the 4 hour, etc., and zoom out, you're gonna see some consolidation here on the pound yen. So bit of a slow week, but we got our move in the end. We waited all week for it. Nice move. It was only around about 30 pips caught from the 4 hour time frame. But all in all, happy with, my patience in the markets over the years has gotten much better, of course. Not getting FOMO, not thinking that I'm missing out on a move, or what if this happens, what if that happens, I need to enter the market now, even though none of my confluences kind of align. So happy with the patience to wait for the week to catch that move, and on GJ especially, and then we'll see how this pound Aussie dollar plays out. But let's jump on the charts and have a look. All right, so let's get straight into it, guys. This is GJ yesterday. As you can see, we caught this move down. I anticipated this happening and was trying to get into the market somewhere here. Ended up using the 4 hour time frame. As you can see, we are on the 4 hour. You can't see that, but we are on the 4 hour time frame. So I ended up using this as my entry time frame yesterday. Basically, what I saw was just simple, trading concepts. I see a level of resistance right here, and price kind of broke it and retested it, and then came down and touched in again. And what we started to see was on the 4 hour time frame, we had this spike up, right? This big 4 hour candle spike up, which made a high. And then this next 4 hour candle failed to break that high and create an inside bar candle. An inside bar candle is a candle that doesn't break the previous candle low or the high, right? And this is price action, candle patterns. These are kind of the things you need to take into consideration when you are trading, when you are looking at your setups. And this inside bar candles can mean a number of things, but for me, what it meant was prices hit a resistance. We failed to break the highs, the previous highs, to continue bullish. And then once we get this second 4 hour candle here, which respects this 4 hour high and then breaks that previous 4 hour low right there, that only meant one thing for me, that we're going to turn bearish from here, right? And so what also this is, if you guys in the CJT Academy, you will know that this is a type 3 candle pattern setup. And basically we have two bearish candles closing after a 4 hour bullish candle at a key level. And then so we take our sells, we take our entries below this previous 4 hour candle by 6 pips. All right, so if I just mark out 6 pips here, you will see that that was my exact entry. So we then put our stops above that previous 4 hour high, creating a 30 pip stop loss. And then we just set our 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. We could have had more, right? We could have had a 1-to-2, 1-to-3 even, taking that trade down. But my strategy works best. Not my strategy, but I feel more comfortable just taking 1-to-1s, getting in and out of the market. It's better for my psychology. And you do get a decently high win rate with these setups. So having massive risk reward ratios is not that much of a big deal, as long as you're consistent with the trades you take and you follow the rules and the structure. And again, we had highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, price on the 4 hour creating that downtrend. If we just flipped to the 15-minute here, you'd be able to see some very nice downtrend forming, right? So we can see highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows being created, price sold off. You can see price on the 15-minute time frame had this resistance, so almost like a head and shoulder. So you'd have the left shoulder here, the head, and then the right shoulder, and then price breaking the neckline down here and continuing bearish. So there was a lot of confluence, a lot of bearish confluence on multiple time frames here for this trade. And you know, we took it with confidence, we executed on our analysis, and we let the trade run. It took a couple of hours to play out, but yeah, beautiful trade. Looking at gold now, I did delete my analysis on this morning, but basically I was looking at the daily time frame, right? And what we have on the daily time frame, again, for those of you in the CJT Academy, you'll know this is again a type 3 candle pattern, but on the daily time frame. And basically what we have is lows, 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 highs, highs. All right, so again, what we have is two bullish candle closures creating lows, higher lows, highs, and higher highs. Nice little uptrend from the daily perspective after a bearish pullback, right? So what I was anticipating was price to continue bullish, which it eventually did yesterday, but it kind of played around a little bit. I was looking at the potential 8-hour, 4-hour entries, and if we go to the previous daily candle, I was looking for some entries above this level, but it would have just been a buy stop potentially above here with it would have looked something like this basically. Buy stops in here, stop loss would have been below that previous 4-hour candle, and then you would have set a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. But I didn't end up taking this. Like, this candle was too big for me in here. Stops would have been massive, but the analysis was correct. Again, a beautiful type 3 candle pattern situation playing out perfectly. It's just trying to find an entry on the time frames, maybe the 15-minute with a 15-minute closure above. You know, you can take some entries here potentially once price breaks above that candle that closed above, with your stops below that previous 15-minute. Potentially something like that could be a good idea. You could go for a 40 pip trade right there, 1-to-1, or you could go for a 1-to-2 because it's based off the daily. Completely, there's lots of different options, and we go over that as well in the CJT Academy, and there'll be more lessons uploaded on this. But that was gold yesterday. That was my bias, and I actually posted this in the free Telegram group. If you have a look right here, looking at potential gold buys after some nice bullish PA on entry time frames. So you can see this was the 8-hour, and I was looking for continuation buys. But like I said, didn't get an entry here, which is fine. So that's gold. I'm looking at GA. I am in a trade on GA. And again, simple market structure concepts, right? We have this high created in the market, and then price comes down and breaks this low, right? So breaks this low, boom, broken, creates a new low, right? So just tidy this up. So there was that bearish structure here on the on multiple time frames, right? Multiple confluence time frames, 12-hour, 8-hour, 4-hour. And what I was looking at here on the 8-hour time frame is, again, a little candle pattern I like to call the double engulfing candle pattern, right? And again, this is something we teach in CJT Academy. And right here we have the move down, the pullback, right? Then we have one bearish engulfing candle followed by a bullish candle, right? Pullback, and then another bearish engulfing candle. So this is showing signs of bearish momentum in here, right, from the 8-hour time frame. So what I did was I marked out the move, so from the top of the move, the first candle, to the bottom, and I went down to the 4-hour time frame, and I looked on the 4-hour time frame for entry, and basically what I did was entered with 10 pip sell stop below that level. As you can see, we got triggered in. I put my stops above the previous 4-hour candle, 55 pips. And as you can, price did come down around about 45 pips, but didn't hit our take profit, and now came back up. So I'll probably be looking to get out of this trade at break even potentially on Monday, depending on what happens, depending on this 8-hour time frame. Yes, so I caught around about 45 pips, but price then reversed back to break even, and now we're seeing a little bit of drawdown. Hindsight, I should really just close this trade, or I should have closed it here when it came back down to break even. But again, simple price action concepts. We can see we also have a type 3 candle pattern here on the 4-hour time frame. So we have bullish pullback, we have 1 bearish candle, 2 bearish candles creating highs, lows, lower highs and lower lows. So again, that confluence lining up with the double engulfing candle pattern, as well as the type 3 candle pattern on the 4-hour time frame, lining up for us to catch some decent pips here, 45 pips. So all in all, that is basically, this all happened yesterday, and during the week not much really happened here on these pairs, to be honest with you. We did have some entries on GJ, but they didn't end up getting triggered. And we did have the, where is it? We did have some gold entries as well. I'm trying to think where that was. I think this was on Monday. Yeah, I think it was here on Monday. Boom to boom, right? 12-hour time frame, beautiful time frame to trade. We have a type 3 candle pattern, right? Type 3 candle pattern right here, and again going down to the 4-hour time frame. Entries 10 pips below. Stops there. 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, right? Boom. For 100 or so pips. I think it was like 110 pips, if I remember correctly. Gold. Or was it GA? I think it was GA. Yeah, it was GA, sorry, not gold. That was an entry on gold that I was looking at, but again, I didn't take. It was GA. And you'll see this on the YouTube channel, the analysis for this trade and the breakdown. And basically, like I said, this was the trade right here. So we had a 2-bar candle pattern here on the 12-hour time frame. Let me just delete this. Why isn't this one deleted? Okay. All right. So we had this on the 12-hour time frame, and then we went down to the 4-hour. Put our entries, put our stops above here for 50 pips. Boom. Again, right? Beautiful trade. And again, this was I made a YouTube video on this as well, if you guys want to check that out. which is this one right here. See how I made 3,785 trading forex, and that was this exact. I gotta watch ads on my own video. As you can see, GBP AUD profits down there, 3,785. That was the trade right there. So yeah, decent week all in all. GJ trades and GBP AUD trades, and not really much else happening. But other than that, happy with how this week planned out. Like I said, I had to have a lot of patience this week. GJ is moving, GJ is my favorite pair. I like to trade this pair the most, and as you can see just by zooming out, we are in, even if we zoomed out like this, this whole scale right here, we are in a massive consolidation, right, all through here. Higher time frames, daily, weekly, and then even down in here on the 4-hour time frame, we are in consolidation, right? So we're still able to catch some trades here, even though we're in a consolidation. So a decent week all in all. Happy with how things played out. So let's get it. Let's go into next week. If you guys want to get ready for next week, there's a lot of educational content waiting for you in the CJT Academy. It is a one-time fee of $100 for lifetime access and continuous future updates and lessons and education. So make sure you check that out. Come and join us. Let's get it, man. Let's smash it next week. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was a bit of a long video, but I just want to keep consistent with these uploads to YouTube, and try and provide more educational content, not just necessarily me showing my trade, but more so showing why I took the trade. All right, so that is that. See you next week. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Thank you. Peace out.